Regular meeting of the City Council held in the Council Chamber on Thursday, March 24th, 2016 at 7:00 p.m. for the purpose of transacting any and all business. Notice of this meeting was posted on March 22nd, 2016 at 11:33 a.m. This meeting is being taped and is live on SATV. Also, please turn your cell phone ringers off. All councilors are present. Council President Turiel presiding. Councilor Gerard moves to dispense with the reading of the record of the previous meeting. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. I now request that everyone please rise to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Councilor Dibble.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public testimony. None are signed up. If any councilors, Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Since our last City Council meeting, a very good friend of mine, and more importantly, a very good friend of the city in Ward 4, died unexpectedly, and that was Jim Moscovitz. He served the city very much as a true citizen in helping to found the Gallows Hill and Ward 4 neighborhood group. And much closer to home, he, in his work specifically, combined with that of historic Salem Incorporated, helped save the house that I actually live in today. So I just, on behalf of Salem, I would just ask for a moment of silence for Jim Moscovitz.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
Okay, moment.
Councilor Fury.
Mr. President, if I may, I'm sitting in Councilor O'Keefe's seat. It's an honor and privilege to sit here with also Councilor O'Leary's seat. And just a reminder to any of the city councilors, on Thursday, April 7th, is Student Government Day for Salem High School. And it's such a wonderful experience for the young students from Salem High School to be a part of the local government, department heads, school committee people, and the city council. And we meet at Red Sandwich Shop, as Councilor O'Keefe always did, at about 8 o'clock in the morning with the students. And then we go off to the fire station. Councilor O'Keefe loved giving a tour to all the students during Student Government Day, and then he made arrangements for the police station. So I wanted to make sure that would be done this year for, in his memory. So if you have time, even an hour or two, I think kids would really appreciate it to go to Student Government Day on Thursday, April 7th. It's really neat seeing government in action and also seeing the future of Salem. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any of the councilors have any announcements they want to make? Seeing none. Hearings? None. Appointments and reappointments?
Held from the last meeting, the mayor's appointment of Roberta Clement to serve as a member of the Cemetery Commission with a term to expire February 11, 2019.
Councilor Fumiko.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for confirmation by roll call vote.
Councilor Fumiko moves for confirmation by roll call vote. Under discussion.
Yes, Ms. Clement actually lives off of the Salem Common, but she's an active member of our community. She's been a past member of the Beautification Committee, the Garden Club. She's also a member of the Salem Common Neighborhood Association, the Women's Friends Society, and the Samaritan Society, so she definitely knows how to give back to her community. In addition to these things, she actually knows how to have a little bit of fun too, and is a little bit of a traveler. So I think that part, as well as her past history with the Beautification Committee and other boards, will really help us with getting our cemeteries up to where they should be. We do have some requests coming in the future for some CPA funds to fix some of them up, but I know Roberta has the extra detail to help really bring these to where they should be. I'd also like to thank Ms. Clement for her patience at our meeting a couple meetings ago. She stuck it out for a good hour and a half plus before having to head out, and that's why we had held this under the rules for a couple of meetings. So I do enthusiastically move for her appointment to this commission.
Thank you. Seeing no further discussion, Madam City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Epley?
Yes.
Councilor Fumiko?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Lovely?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor Ryan?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Turiel?
Yes. On the matter of the appointment of Roberta Clement to the Cemetery Commission, 11 councilors present, 11 voting, all in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for a suspension of the rules to allow Ms. Clement to address the council if she chooses to do so.
Ms. Clement.
Thank you for your vote of confidence, and I look forward to serving on the commission. Thank you.
Thank you. Further appointments and reappointments.
Held from the last meeting, the mayor's appointment of Scott Sheehan to serve as a member of the City of Salem's Conservation Commission with a term to expire on March 10, 2019.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for confirmation by roll call vote.
Councilor McCarthy moves for confirmation by roll call vote. Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Sheen is here in the council chambers tonight, and I had the pleasure of meeting him. And I just want to say, all anyone has to do is read through his resume. It's quite impressive. He's a graduate of the Air Force Academy. He's extensive engineering background. And as a side note, as was mentioned in the mayor's letter, he most recently works in the private sector, but still at Hanscom Air Force Base. And there he met Councilor Joe O'Keefe, who befriended him and actually encouraged him to move to Salem. And so in doing so, he has moved to Salem. And now he's agreed to step up and serve on the Conservation Commission. I couldn't be happy to appoint him. I think he's going to bring a wealth of knowledge to it, and he's going to do a great job. So I would ask for everyone's consideration in approving his confirmation.
Thank you. Seeing no further discussion, Madam City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Counselor Dibble?
Yes.
Counselor Epley?
Yes.
Counselor Famico?
Yes.
Counselor Fury?
Yes.
Counselor Gerard?
Yes.
Counselor Lovely?
Yes.
Counselor McCarthy?
Yes.
Counselor Milo?
Yes.
Counselor Ryan?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Terrio?
Yes. On the matter of the appointment of Scott Sheehan to the Salem Conservation Commission, 11 councilors present, 11 voting, all in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I'd ask for suspension of the rules to allow Mr. Sheen to address the council if he so wishes.
Thank you, Mr. Sheehan.
Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to work with the city. My partner and I have only been in Salem for 2 years. I moved from Texas, but this is the favorite place we've ever been. So look forward to doing some good things and continuing to keep Salem great.
Thank you. Further appointments and reappointments.
Held from the last meeting, the mayor's appointment of Antonio Matarakis to serve as a member of the City of Salem's Planning Board with a term to expire March 10, 2021.
Councilor Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I move for confirmation of roll call vote, please.
Councilor Dibble moves for confirmation by roll call vote. Under discussion.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I'd simply like to say that Mr. Matarakis, or Tony, as most people know him in Salem, is the grandson-in-law of former Councilor Joe O'Keefe. And we're happy that he is stepping forward to continue serving Salem. He has volunteered for decades, helping make Salem a better place, mostly in the youth activities, and now he's reaching out. And I think that he's going to bring a voice of reason, a voice of experience to the planning board that will show from his love of the city. He's donated a lot of time for years and years, and his experience and knowledge of the city and love of the city will dictate his opinions and impact to the planning board in so much that it will reflect for better projects coming before our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Fury.
President, I strongly concur with Councilor Dibble because there's a lot of exciting new projects coming on board on the planning board. So this is an exciting opportunity to serve on that board. And we need good people on that board, as we do already. Very, very fortunate. And Tony brings that experience from his experience from a great family. And I also had the privilege of watching Tony play for Salem High School for 4 years, then Salem State College. And he loves Salem with a passion. So whatever he does, wherever he is, he serves the passion with the courthouses. And I think he'll do the same thing on the planning board. Thank you, Councilor.
And Councilor Ryan.
Yeah, I highly recommend Tony. I think he's a great person. I played basketball in high school. Now I coach with him at the Salem Y, or against him. I think he'll put a great perspective of a resident on the planning board. We have a lot of people that have special skills, but I think he's good with working with people, as he does with his job in the probation department, and I think it'll be a great addition to the planning board.
Thank you. Seeing no further discussion, Madam City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Counselor Dibble?
Yes.
Counselor Epley?
Yes.
Counselor Famiko?
Yes.
Counselor Fury?
Yes.
Counselor Gerard?
Yes.
Counselor Lovely?
Yes.
Counselor McCarthy?
Yes.
Counselor Milo?
Yes.
Counselor Ryan?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Terrio?
Yes. On the matter of the appointment of Antonio Mataragas to the Planning Board, 11 councilors present, 11 voting, all in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Councilor Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I ask for suspension of the rules to allow Mr. Matarazzi to address the council if he chooses.
Mr. Mataragas.
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you to all the city councilors here. I'm very delighted and very proud to serve on the planning board. I've been the Salem resident now for over 30 years, as Mr. Ryan and Mr. Fury alluded to, and I'm very happy to serve on the planning board. I'm looking forward to it, to put my energy forward and to come up with new projects. I also want to thank Dominic as well as Mayor Driscoll for the nomination, and again, to all the city council members, thank you very much.
Thank you. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of John Young to serve as a member of the City of Salem's Commission on Disabilities with a term to expire on March 24th, 2019.
Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move for suspension of the rules.
Councilor Epley moves for a suspension of rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Epley.
Mr. President, I also move to suspend Council Rule number 29.
Councilor Epley moves to suspend Council Rule 29. Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Normally, as you know and as the council knows, we hold over original appointments to the following meeting. However, Mr. Young is unable to attend our next council meeting, and more importantly, we need to get him started immediately on the Disabilities Commission. So it's my hope that the council will allow this suspension of Rule 29 to allow us to move forward with approval tonight.
Thank you. And seeing no objection, Councilor Epley, then
I move for approval.
confirmation.
I'm sorry, I move for confirmation for under a roll call vote.
On Councilor Epley's motion for confirmation by roll call vote, under discussion.
Yes, Mr. President, I just want to say, in terms of John, I've known him, I met him when I was originally campaigning for the Ward 4 seat a few years ago, and he's been nothing but a great example to our community, to Ward 4. He's among other things, he is, aside from being a wonderful math teacher, he is also a marathon runner, and now apparently a triathlete as well. And his catchphrase is, and I love it, is "Be the Hammer." And I think that he can be a very positive hammer for our Commission on Disabilities, and I strongly encourage my colleagues to support him in this endeavor.
Councilor Gerard.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also want to echo my colleague's sentiments that I've known John for a number of years now. We have run races together. Sometimes he's even been my rabbit, and I've followed him through races. And actually, when I did my first triathlon, he was one of my tri-angels that helped me get ready for the race and get it done. And I think that he will be a phenomenal addition to the Disabilities Commission, and I can't support him enough.
Thank you. Seeing no further discussion, Madam City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Counselor Dibble?
Yes.
Counselor Epley?
Yes.
Counselor Famiko?
Yes.
Counselor Fury?
Yes.
Counselor Gerard?
Yes.
Counselor Lovely?
Yes.
Counselor McCarthy?
Yes.
Counselor Milo?
Yes.
Counselor Ryan?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Terrio?
Yes. On the matter of the appointment of John Young to the Disabilities Commission, 11 councilors present, 11 councilors voting, all in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Councilor Epley.
Mr. President, I move for suspension of the rules to allow Mr. Young to address the council if he so chooses.
Councilor Epley moves suspension of the rules. Mr. Young.
I want to thank the council for putting their trust in me, and really I should thank former Councilor Bill Legault for kind of encouraging me to go ahead and apply for the position. One of the things that you will quickly find out about me is, even though the word is disability, I kind of prefer to consider it more like differently abled as opposed to disabled. And I'll do the best job I can. I've got some learning to do to help out, but living here in the city for 10 years, I think it's about time I do something to help others, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Further appointments, reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of Matthew Smith to serve as a member of the City of Salem's Redevelopment Authority with a term to expire March 24th, 2021.
Councilor Fumiko.
Move this be held under the rules.
Councilor Fumiko moves to be held under the rules. Held under the rules. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's reappointment of Beverly Moustakis to serve as a member of the Beautification Committee with a term to expire April 1st, 2019.
Councilor Gerard.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for confirmation by roll call vote.
Councilor Gerard moves for confirmation by roll call vote. Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to thank Bev for all of her years on the Beautification Committee, and I'm glad that she's continuing to serve the city in this way.
Thank you. Councilor Gerard's motion for confirmation by roll call vote. Madam City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Epley?
Yes.
Councilor Fumiko?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Lovely?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor Ryan?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Terrio?
Yes. On the mayor's reappointment of Beverly Moustakis to the Beautification Committee, 11 councilors present, 11 voting, all in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of Jeffrey Gregorio to serve as a constable with a term to expire on February 23rd, 2017.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I apologize for not turning off my ringer of my phone. I haven't done that in a long
That was
time.
you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this reappointment be received and placed on file.
Councilor McCarthy moves this be received and placed on file. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further appointments, reappointments.
We have the mayor's reappointment of John Ray III to serve as a constable with a term to expire April 1st, 2019.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this matter be received and placed on file.
Councilor McCarthy moves this be received and placed on file. All in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's reappointment of Brian Davis to serve as a constable with a term to expire February 23rd, 2019.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also move that this appointment be received and placed on file.
Councilor McCarthy moves this be received and placed on file. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Communications from the mayor.
We have an appropriation for $150,325 from fund balance reserved for appropriation free cash account to the police overtime account.
Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Councilor Epley moves for suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with Committee of the Whole.
Councilor Epley moves that this be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the whole. Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I have a couple of councilors who have questions concerning this line item and just want to have those addressed in committee. So I'm just asking that this be referred to our committee to be held at the next regular meeting. So it would be 6 o'clock on the right before our next April meeting.
All right, on Councilor Epley's motion, this be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further communication from the mayor.
We have an appropriation of $70,000 within the capital outlay renovation and repairs account to be expended for the brownstone and brickwork repairs to the Salem Public Library.
Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Councilor Epley moves for suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move for adoption.
Councilor Epley moves for adoption. Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, there have been some significant brick and mortar issues concerning the library that has been addressed with some funding. There's some additional funding that needs to be allocated for that brownstone and brickwork to be properly repaired. It is time sensitive in terms of the ability of securing enough money for matching funds from various grants. So I would encourage my colleagues to vote for adoption this evening.
Thank you. Any further discussion? On Councilor Epley's motion for adoption, all those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further communication from the mayor.
We have an appropriation of $25,000 from fund balance reserved for appropriation free cash account to the Veterans Benefits account.
Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Councilor Epley moved for suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Epley.
Mr. President, I move for adoption.
Councilor Epley's motion for adoption under discussion.
No discussion other than this is a typical transfer to a veterans benefit account to allow more benefits funding available to the veterans in our city.
Seeing no further discussion on Councilor Epley's motion for adoption, all those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Further communication from the mayor.
We have an ordinance amending an ordinance relative to solid waste management, Chapter 36, Section 6, collection fee for certain residences. Subsection A is hereby amended by adding the following sentence at the end of the paragraph: such fees may, at the owner's option, be billed via electronic billing. Subsection C is hereby amended by deleting the second sentence of the paragraph: any fee not paid 30 days from the date of mailing of each bill may be liened to the property in the following fiscal year's real estate bill, and replacing it with any fee not paid 30 days from the date of electronic transmission or mailing of each bill may be liened to the property in the following fiscal year's real estate bill.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption first passage.
Councilor McCarthy moves for adoption first passage under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for first passage only if the will is there. As explained in the mayor's letter, and I had a conversation with the mayor's chief of staff, Dominic Pangalo, earlier today, relative to this ordinance change. Basically, as we have, as a society, have evolved to paying bills electronically, the ordinance doesn't keep pace with that. So if someone opts to pay their bill online, currently, because the ordinance is written in such a way, if they opt to pay online, we still send them a bill via mail. So if someone, it isn't for those people who still wish to receive their bills via mail and pay them either by mail or in person here down at City Hall. This is for those people who sit there at the computer and pay all their bills online and click the buttons. They get a receipt electronically, boom. This is just to reflect that and allow us to save the whole idea is to save time for the person and to save the city some money, postage and time to process that. So this is just to reflect that. If there's any more questions anyone has, I'll have no problem bringing it into committee and having a meeting at 6:30 before our next council meeting. But I think that it just, when it was explained to me, it isn't trying to make anybody who doesn't want to pay electronically. If people can still pay their bills the way they have been, it's just for those people who are currently paying electronically. It allows the city, because the ordinance changed, not to have to send them a paper trail to follow that electronic payment. That's all it is.
Any further discussion? On Councilor Councilor McCarthy's motion for adoption first passage, all those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Further communication from the mayor.
I have an ordinance amending an ordinance relative to water and sewer, Chapter 46, Article 2, Division 1, generally, Section 46-36, due date and payment of bills. Section 46-36 is hereby amended by adding the following sentence as a new paragraph at the end of the existing two paragraphs. Bills for water charges may, at the owner or water taker's option, be billed via electronic billing. Chapter 46, Article 3, Division 4, Assessments, Section 46-232, Payment of Sewer Use Charges. Section 46-232 is hereby amended by adding the following new paragraph, D, at the end of the section. D, bills for sewer use charges may, at the sewer user's option, be billed via electronic billing.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption for first passage.
Councilor McCarthy moves for adoption for first passage under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a reflection of the order we just passed. It's trying to keep up with the times, allow people to pay their bills electronically. It doesn't make people pay them electronically. They can still keep doing it the way they're doing it, but for those people who want to have the ability to pay online and click a few buttons on the computer and make it all happen, so be it. So it's just to update the ordinance to reflect that.
Thank you. Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would just point out to the OLA chairman that within the first request, the first paragraph under this, bills for water charges may, at the owner or water taker's option. Technically, that should probably be owners, owner apostrophe S.
Okay.
I would offer that as a friendly amendment only if I know that we don't have to publish this again.
We only publish it once.
So
And we haven't done it yet.
We haven't done it yet.
then I would suggest that friendly amendment.
I would, if I may, Mr. President, I would be more than happy to take that up, and if Councilor O'Keefe was here, you'd probably be doing the same thing, because he used to wordsmith these things more than, I missed that, I didn't even see it, but I add the apostrophe to owners. I don't have a problem with that, so, to make it correct.
Seeing no objection to that, I'd say we would take that minor change to the language, and we still are moving for adoption for first passage, so on the motion for adoption for first passage as amended, all those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Mayor's informational page, none. Motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I have an ordinance. In the year 2016, an ordinance to amend an ordinance relative to traffic, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salem as follows. Section 1, Chapter 42, Section 57A, parking time limited unmetered zones. Repeal the following. Lafayette Street, westerly side, beginning 15 feet from Loring Avenue for a distance of 429 feet in a southerly direction as marked by signs. 2-hour parking, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Parking time restricted, not a tow zone. And replace it with the following. Section 2, Lafayette Street, westerly side, beginning 15 feet from Loring Avenue for a distance of 429 feet in a southerly direction as marked by signs. 1-hour parking, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Parking time restricted, not a tow zone. Not a tow zone. Section 3, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by City Charter.
Under discussion.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. This is part of the prior 3 ordinances that we passed at our last meeting on first passage in and around North Campus of Salem State. But I'm making a motion tonight at this time to delete Section 2 as it is addressed under unfinished business later today, and Section 3 will become Section 2. The actual wording for the new ordinance will be taken up later tonight.
So, Councilor Dibble, do I have a second on that?
Second.
Councilor Dibble moves that we strike paragraph 2, section 2 from that ordinance as it is. It has already been, this was in the works and it was already superseded by the changes that we've already passed that we're doing for second passage tonight. So, first of all, on the motion to amend that by striking the second paragraph, all those in favor? Opposed? So moved. And on adoption of the order, all those in favor? Opposed? So moved. So, further motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Fury.
Yes, please. Councilor Giuliano.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem, the year 2016, ordinance to amend ordinance relative to traffic ordained by the City Council of the City of Salem as follows. Section 1, Chapter 42, Section 75, parking prohibitions, towing zone, resident sticker parking. Repeal the following. Rope Street Zone E, color orange, northerly side, beginning at the intersection with Washington Street and Rope Street and proceeding 125 feet from May of 1987, and replace with the following. Section 2, Rope Street Zone E, color orange, northerly side, beginning at the intersection with Washington Street and Rope Street and proceeding 461 feet in westerly direction, resident sticker parking tow zone. Section 3, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by City Charter.
On discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is an error that was found by Lieutenant Przewski when reviewing some of our resident sticker ordinances. He discovered that although Rope Street for years and years has had a resident parking prohibition throughout the entire length of the street, the actual supporting ordinance that was created in 1987 only referred to 125 feet of it. So we had some discussion about what the best way to proceed, and we decided that it was better to update the ordinance to reflect the reality than it was to take the signs down to reflect the ordinance, since the people there have been used to this for a number of years. But to leave the situation in place would have made any ticketing for resident parking violations unenforceable throughout much of the street. So we decided to correct the ordinance to reflect basically the reality on the ground. So I would move for adoption for first passage.
Any other discussion? First passage? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor of first passage, please? All opposed? None opposed? Thank you.
One more. So.
Sure. Councilor Choyo?
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem City Council, March 24, 2016, ordered that the Committee on Community and Economic Development, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, meet for the purposes of establishing an ordinance, guidelines, and parameters for permitting food trucks to operate in certain areas of Salem. Invited Mayor, Planner, City Solicitor, Health Agent, and Chamber of Commerce representative.
On the discussion, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I tried to get some motion on this going last year, and we didn't do anything on it in committee at the time. It lingered in committee and didn't carry over to the new year. This is an attempt to try and get us to take a look at this again. I am of the opinion that I don't think Salem should be a free-for-all for food trucks within the city, like some cities are, but I do think that in some areas of the city we could probably benefit from putting them in there and help with the street life and streetscape, help provide some food options to people in some neighborhoods that might not otherwise have it, and maybe just, increase some of the desirability of this community to visitors and to potential residents. So I don't know how this will turn out or where we might do it, but I think it's an avenue that we should be looking at, like a lot of cities that are comparable to us are already doing.
Would you like to send it to some committee?
Yeah, it's already for the Community and Economic Development.
Thank you much. Any further discussion? To allow it to go to community council?
Okay, I'm all set. I just wanted to make sure it was co-posted.
Yep.
Co-posted as committee of the whole. Fine. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you, Councilor.
Thank you. Further motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Repley.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and City Council, March 24, 2016, ordered that the monthly financial report dated February 29, 2016 be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance.
Councilor Repley moves that on Councilor Repley's motion. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the City of Salem, in the year 2016, an ordinance to amend an ordinance relative to traffic be it ordered by the City Council of the City as follows. Section 1, Chapter 42, Section 49. Obedience to isolated stop signs, Front Street, easterly traffic stop at Lafayette Street stop sign. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by City Charter.
On Councilor McCarthy's motion for adoption, under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Lieutenant Przewski brought this to my attention and asked that I would bring this in. He has had some concerns and some complaints relative to the traffic in that area. It's one of those intersections that really doesn't have any control over it, and when people get flowing around, there's really no directed stop there, and there's like 4 streets that come together at that pinch point. And as I talked to the good Ward 2 councilor who has the other side of the street, we think that this will be a good first step, and then we'll see how this works, and then we'll look to address some of the other streets, because there are a bunch of streets that come together, Front Street, Lafayette, coming down from Reds. It's just everybody comes there, and there's only one defined street that has a stop, and everyone else is kind of like edging out into the intersection looking at each other. So Lieutenant Przewski thought it was a good first step, so we'll take this first step and then see how that works, and then maybe entertain the idea of another stop sign in another direction if it still becomes an issue at that intersection. So I move for first passage.
Councilor Fumiko.
Thank you, Mr. President. So this actual location is Ward 2. We do intersect right there. What I do ask is when they put this stop sign up, that it doesn't go in the middle of a crosswalk. Right there at that location of the stop sign, there's a crosswalk right at that point. So if we do it, we need to make sure it's before that point, so as people are crossing the street, they're not getting blocked right there. But I am in support of having this, and I would like one next to the laundromat going forward. Thank you.
On Councilor McCarthy's motion for adoption for first passage, all those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Committee reports. Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem, City Council, March 24th, 2016. The Committee on Ordinance, License, and Legal Affairs, to whom is referred the matter of granting certain licenses, has considered said matter and would recommend approval.
On acceptance of the committee report, all those in favor? All those opposed? So So moved. On adoption of the recommendation, under discussion.
No discussion. I wish the boys basketball and the girls softball good luck in their endeavors to try to raise money for whatever they're looking for, whether it's uniforms or their banquet or whatever. It's always a pleasure to stand up and allow them to do so.
On adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Further committee reports. Councilor Fury.
Yes, please. Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. In City Council on March 24th, 2016, the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of Mickey Northcutt's reappointment to the CPA Committee, has considered said matter and would recommend confirmation by roll call vote.
On discussion, please.
On adoption of the recommendation.
On the adoption of the recommendation. I knew that.
Acceptance of committee report.
On acceptance of the committee's report. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you.
On adoption.
On adoption of the recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't have the paperwork, so it just got written up for me quickly. But we had a meeting last week on Mr. Northcutt's reappointment. It was very lengthy. There were a number of questions asked of him. He spoke to some of the matters that some city councilors had concerns over. In the end, the body decided to recommend him for reappointment by a 10-to-1 vote, and so we recommend that we confirm him for another term by roll call vote.
Any further discussion?
None.
None?
So.
Roll call vote?
Yep.
And Madam City Clerk, may I have a roll call vote on the appointment of, on the appointment? Mr.
Councilor
Mickey
Dibble?
Norcross?
Yes.
Councilor Epley?
No.
Councilor Famico?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Lovely?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor Ryan?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Turiel?
Yes. On the matter of the reappointment of Mickey Northcutt to the Community Preservation Committee, 11 councilors present, 11 voting, 10 in the affirmative, 1 in the negative. The matter carries. Communication from city officials, none. Petitions.
Do we have a?
Oh, sorry. I missed that. We have one late file.
Received after the deadline of Tuesday noon, a communication from Jason Silva, Director of the Municipal Operations and Capital Improvement, on behalf of the Park and Recreation Commission, to increase the rate at the parking meters located at Salem Willows Park from 25 cents to 50 cents.
Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance.
Councilor McCarthy moves this be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance. There can't be any discussion as it's a late file. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Now petitions.
We have a petition from McLean Middleton on behalf of Cellco Partnership, DBA Verizon Wireless, to locate small cell wireless antennas and the necessary sustaining and protecting fixtures on an existing utility pole located on a public way near 81 Highland Avenue.
Hearing ordered April 14th, 2016. Further petitions.
We have a request from W.T. Rich Company to shut down and reroute a portion of sidewalk along Bridge Street.
Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move this be granted.
Councilor Famico moves this be granted. Under discussion.
Yeah, so this is just a temporary rerouting. We had the same thing about 2 years ago. They put jersey barriers in the roadway, lights to warn oncoming traffic. The reason for this is that they're doing some more facade improvements on the probate court. So it's in the matter of public safety, so as people are walking, they don't get hit by any debris, as well as for a staging area for the court. The plans were looked at back in 2014 by then Captain Gilligan and a couple others. And recently they were reviewed by Lieutenant Przewski of the Salem Police Department and others, and they sent some emails back and forth. But this is temporary, it's not long-term, just to highlight that again. And there would be space for a car to still pass there. It's just a short distance prior to if you're turning right onto Washington Street, coming down Bridge Street from the area of St. James and the Gateway site.
On Councilor Famico's motion to this be granted. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further petitions.
For a request from the Salem Main Streets to close Front Street to vehicular traffic during the Salem Arts Festival on Saturday, June 4th and Sunday, June 5th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Counselor Famico.
Thank you. I move this be granted.
Counselor Famico's motion that this be granted. Under discussion.
This, I believe it will be the third year we've closed off Front Street for the Arts Festival. This year in particular, the head of Main Streets is working a little bit more diligently, there we go, to notify some of the people in the condos and some of the business owners. So we're working with the condo associations this time to make sure an email is going out to everyone in that regard. In the past year, this has been a huge success. Last year, the public art was, I think, all things crocheted. The year before, we had the hula hoops. This year, they've been working with the Salem Academy Charter School to help with a little bit. They'll be flowing down Front Street. I don't want to ruin what it will be at that point, but it's pretty fantastic. It does close it off to vehicular traffic. They do a great job with putting something on the end so people know that there's something going on there. There were balloons one year, the hula hoops another year. But I strongly advise everyone that's viewing and everyone present to attend the Arts Festival and to get friends from out of town to come for that as well.
Thank you. Counselor Famico's motion this be granted. All those in favor? All opposed? So moved. Further petitions.
An invitation to attend the Vietnam War commemoration to honor and mark the 50th anniversary of the final day that the U.S. troops were on the ground in Vietnam, Monday, March 28, 2016, at 6:30 p.m. at Riley Plaza.
Counselor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be received and placed on file.
Counselor Epley moves this be received and placed on file. Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to stress to all of our citizens, and my father was a Vietnam veteran, and my father-in-law was a Vietnam veteran, and there are several Vietnam vets who reside in this city of Salem. And this is an important anniversary, and one in which, if you can make it down there to Riley Plaza, they're going to be raising 50th anniversary Vietnam commemorative flags at Riley Plaza, and it's an important time. And that's again Monday, March 28th, 2016 at 6:30 p.m. at Riley Plaza.
Thank you. On Counselor Epley's motion this be received and placed on file. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further petitions.
We have an invitation from the 2nd Corps of Cadets Veterans Association to attend the 379th anniversary of the first muster on April 2nd, 2016. The events will begin at 9 a.m. at St. Peter's Church and finishing with a march to Salem Common at 10:30. The muster will conclude with a pass in review, followed by a collation of at the K&C Hall.
Counselor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a really fun event to attend if you've never been. This is great for not only citizens, but citizens and their kids to go down. There are usually several gun, I can never remember how many gun salute, but it's several gun salute depending upon who we have in attendance.
Big guns, too.
We had Governor Baker in attendance last year, as well as several dignitaries from the military. And it's just a really amazing thing. I mean, Salem, as most of our citizens know, is the home, the birthplace of the National Guard. And so the nation, and specifically Salem, takes great pride in that. So if again, this is on a Saturday, it's going to be probably still a little cold, but not too bad. It's worth going down to, put on a jacket, come on down, and there are events throughout the day. And I move to receive it and place on file. Thank you.
On Counselor Epley's motion, this be received and placed on file. All those in favor? All opposed? So moved. Further petitions.
We have license applications for public guides and taxi operators.
Counselor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that they be granted.
Counselor McCarthy moves they be granted. Under discussion.
No discussion, Mr. President.
On Counselor McCarthy's motion, these be granted. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further petitions.
We have license application for Seaworm and Tag Days.
Counselor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that these matters be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs.
Counselor McCarthy moves these be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs. Under discussion.
No discussion, Mr. President.
On Counselor McCarthy's motion, these be referred. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further petitions.
We have 2 constable bonds.
Counselor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that these be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs and returned approved.
On Counselor McCarthy's motion, these be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, returned approved. All those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Unfinished business.
We have an order for the discontinuance of a public way known as Beckford Way, also known as Beckford Street Extension.
Counselor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move this be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs. Co-posted.
Second.
On Counselor Famico's motion, this be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, co-posted to the Committee of the Whole. All those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further unfinished business.
We have second passage of an ordinance amending Traffic Chapter 42, Section 57A, parking time limited, unmetered zones, Loring Avenue, 40 feet north of College Drive to the intersection of Linden Street, 15-minute parking Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Counselor Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I move for second and final passage.
Counselor Dibble moves for second and final passage. Under discussion.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. This is part of the package that we discussed earlier tonight in our last meeting for parking in and around Horseman Laboratory School and Salem State University. And again, just to reiterate what I said the last time at our last meeting is that this parking change that the council passed at our last meeting goes a long way to helping the Horseman Laboratory School in gaining parking for their volunteers, and I recommend that we pass it, final passage tonight.
On Counselor Dibble's motion for second and final passage, all those in favor? Opposed? So moved. Further unfinished business.
We have second passage of an ordinance amending Traffic Chapter 42, Section 57A, parking time limited, unmetered zones, Lafayette Street, southerly side to the property line of 410 Lafayette Street. 1 hour parking Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Counselor Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I move for second and final passage.
Counselor Dibble moves for second and final passage. Under discussion.
No discussion.
On Counselor Dibble's motion for adoption for second and final passage, all those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Further unfinished business.
We have second passage of an ordinance amending Traffic Chapter 42, Section 75, parking prohibitions, towing zones, residence sticker parking. Lafayette Street, 20 feet north of Raymond Avenue, continuing northerly for 410 feet to 410 Lafayette Street, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Counselor Dibble.
Yes, again, thank you, Mr. President. I move for second and final passage.
Counselor Dibble's motion for second and final passage. Under discussion.
There is none.
See no discussion on Counselor Dibble's motion for second and final passage. All those in favor? All those opposed? So moved. Counselor Fury.
Motion to adjourn, please.
Counselor Fury's motion to adjourn. All those in favor? All those opposed? We are adjourned.